Now for a story you'll see only on Fox 6. There's a sportscaster in town who has a different perspective on his craft and on life. Tom Pippin shows you that Tim Allen's perspective was born out of necessity, and it should offer hope and encouragement to everyone within the sound of his voice.
Welcome to the Usingers Baseball Postgame Show on Milwaukee Sports Radio.
I admire the work of WSSP Radio's Tim Allen on the Brewers postgame show the station does. He really is easy to listen to. He's comfortable, a very nice voice, and most important, Tim Allen knows his stuff.
It is the Brewers in Game 2. They are victorious over the Cubs.
On the surface, the Kenosha native leaves himself open to criticism because he doesn't see any games. But Tim Allen has a good reason. Now in his early 40s, Tim lost his eyesight some 15 years ago.
It's retinitis pigmentosa. You know, it's a slow, degenerative retina situation that you don't wake up blind one day. So you have a chance to adapt to it.
July 2nd last year, they were 2.5 games out of first.
I'd rather to have seen at one point and then slowly lose it. It gave me a great opportunity to adapt.
Let's get to the home run recap right now, Tim.
Adapting is something that Tim Allen does on a second-to-second basis.
He goes 26 pitches on Saturday.
Whether he's on the air or off.
Prince Fielder, 1
Prince
for 5.
Fielder, 1 for 5, one
run,
run,
2 RBIs.
2 RBIs.
What's the alternative? What am I going to curl up into the fetal and quit? I mean, you just move on. Losing is not an option for me, Pep. At all. I'm not going to lose. I may not win all the time, but I'm not going to lose.
I don't care what market I'm in.
For the past 5 years, Tim Allen has taught his craft at Gateway Technical College in Kenosha.
Broadcasting has given me a living for 18 years, and a great living in terms of enjoying it. So I want to give a little bit of that back, teaching the greenhorns, if you will, shortcuts in the industry.
But you guys got to feel good about yourself.
It's just been a passion of mine. And again, you pay me for this?
I marvel at times at what he's able to, just in listening to the game, getting an image of the game in his mind, what he's able to pick up.
You just kind of forget about it and you treat him, you know, same way as everybody else, because he can do everything on the radio everybody else does. You know, he has the cassette deck that he puts in his ear in order to read a spot or whatever else. When we do the box scores inside the box, I tell him what the box score is, he puts it all into his tape deck, and then relays it back on the air as it's going into his ear. Try doing that at home. I've tried it. I can't do it.
I don't know how he does it personally, because he has one thing going in one ear and one thing going in the other ear.
All right, here we go.
Tim Allen didn't agree to do this story to put himself on a pedestal. His desire and hope is to inspire people, especially those facing challenges.
Tim on the east side, welcome to the Usingers.
Instead of talking, you got to do something. You got to start somewhere. I can't tell them, if they're in a similar situation, that you can do anything.
Marketing.
I can't apply to be a truck driver.
Upgraded.
So you have to be realistic about it.
We do care what people think about us.
I can't tell them that sitting around waiting for someone to give you the answers is not going to help out.
Ready, kid?
One of Tim's last visions was seeing the birth of his son, Ty. He's now 10 years old.
He's everything, and him and I just adore each other, and we have the same interests, and he's a pretty hardcore Brewer fan.
There you go.
I wonder where he got it from.
Yeah.
I always ask him, do you see me? Do you know what I look like? And he'll go, well, yeah, because I could see when you were little.
Brewers, keep turning up the heat.
Alan, thanks for listening, and remember, smile, Milwaukee. The world will smile back.
You can feel free to sing along.
No thanks.
No thanks.
I think one of the greatest compliments you can pay Tim Allen is, Beverly and Brad, that when you're with him, you don't feel as if he's blind. He doesn't act as if he has a challenge. He's so positive. And in the final analysis, I think he's such a great inspirational speaker. I wish we could have shared the entire hour when he was at Gateway Technical College, and I believe he could be a marvelous motivational speaker someday if he put his mind to it.
Wow, he's got a great outlook. Yeah. I've heard him before. I had no idea.
Nor did I until the program director, Ryan McGuire, said, Pip, did you know? Now, they did that by design, guys, because last year he wanted the show to go well. He wanted nobody to know. Then he made it public. So obviously some of the listeners know in the paper. It's been in the Kenosha paper, and inspirational. That's why we're so grateful that he shared it. Neat guy, too.
I know. And, you know, I was just watching him, and
I was surprised he was out there playing baseball with his son.
Can you imagine
know?
that? Yeah, he knows right where to throw that ball. I tried throwing a few pitches to Ty. They were, as Euchre used to say, just a bit outside. But Tim was right in the zone.
Man, what an inspiration.
Definitely.
I'll tell you, that's great.
Great story.
Thanks for sharing that.
Great to be with you.